Hi guys, so let's see about what is today's Geeks for Geeks problem of the day. So the name of the problem is the non-repeating character, and in this question we will be given a string which will be consisting of lowercase Latin letters, and we need to return the first non-repeating character in that string. Okay, so non-repeating character means it should be appear only once in that string. Okay, so let's understand with an example. Let's take an example of this race car, and the name of the string is race car, RACECAR. So we need to check which character has appeared only once in this whole string. So in this string we can see that R has appeared twice, then A has appeared twice, same for the C, it has appeared twice, and we can see that E is the character which is appeared only once. Okay, so the output for this particular string will be E. Let's take another example, which is Geeks for Geeks. Okay, so in this Geeks for Geeks, there are multiple characters which are G, then E, K, S, F, then it is O, it is R, and yeah, all are covered. So G has appeared twice, E has appeared four times, then K has appeared two times, S for two times, then F for one time, O has appeared for one time, and R has appeared for one time. Okay, so in this string, as we are going to find which character has appeared only once, but there are three characters which has appeared for the one time. While giving the output for this type of a string, we need to provide the first one, which will be the first character in the sequential order. Okay, so in this sequential order, considering G, then E, then K, S, then F. So F has appeared only one time, and it is also at a first in the list. Okay, so the output for this string will be F. Okay, so how we can solve this question? Let's take an simple example, same with the race car. Okay, here we are going to use mapped data structure, and we will be using unordered one because it will save time complexity. The ordinary map will try to rearrange the content into the alphabetical order, which may be in ascending form. Okay, so to avoid such unnecessary time complexity, we can use unordered map. Okay, so in map, we know that the values are stored in a form of key and pairs. Okay, there will be key and there will be a pair, and we are going to traverse this string from start to end. Suppose the first character is there R, and we will check if this map consists of R character which as a key. If it is not there, then we will create one, means it will be automatically created, and we are going to plus the value. Okay, what it means that if it has already R consisting into that map, then it will increment the value, or else if is not, then it will create an key value pair with key as R, assign it value to the 0, and then increment. Okay, so in the first iteration it will consider R, it will check it exists in map or not. Yeah, it is not there, so it will create, and where it will create a key of R value, and it will assign it to 0 and then increment it. Okay, so the value will be 1. In the second iteration it will look for the R, and as A is also not there, then it will create a value for A, assign it to 0 and then increment it to 1. For the third one, it will check for the C. C also doesn't exist here. It will increment the value. Okay, so it will become 1. For the fourth, it will check for the E. value is not there, so it will create with zero value and then increment it. Then next one is C for the fifth one. As value is already created for the C key, so we are only going to increment it. So it will become 2. For the A, same thing, the value already exists, so we are going to increment it and assign it to 2. For the R, it also exists and we are going to assign it to 2. Okay. After that, we are again going to iterate from start to end and check inside the map. So we will check if R is there, as we know that R will always be there. So we will only check whether the value is 1 or not. If value is 1, then we are going to return out of that loop with that particular character. So first one will be the R, which has value as 2, so we are not going to return it. Then we go to the A, it also has value as 2, so we are not going to return it. Then C, it also has value as 2, then we are not going to return. And as soon as we come at E, then we know that its value is 1, so we are going to return out of that for loop. Okay, so in this way we are going to solve the problem, and in case all the characters are more than 1, then we are going to return dollar because we didn't found any character, and the output of this will be the -1. So in question they had said that we need to return dollar in case if we doesn't found any non-repeating character. Okay, so let's solve this problem, how we can solve through code. So for that we first need to declare on ordered map. First key will be in the form of character because we are going to store the character, and value will be in the form of integer because we are going to track the count. So let's rename it to MP. Then we are going to iterate through the string. Okay, and after that we are going to access the character at that particular location, that iteration, and we are going to increment it. Okay, so this piece of code, this line, it will check if the character's key exists or not. If it is not, then it will create that key, assign the value as 0 and then increment it. Okay, and if it is already there, then it will only increment the value. I hope you understood it. And in the next for loop, same, we need to write here I is equal to 0, I less than s start length, I plus plus. So in this case, we are going to check if MP for s of I is equal to 1, then we are going to return out of the statement, and we are going to return the character at that particular location. And if this exists, means if the non-repeating character exists, then it is going to return it, or else we are going to return the dollar symbol. So let's try to compile and run whether it works or not. Yeah, so our output is F and the expected one is also the F. Okay, so let's submit it. I had already submitted it, so I think it will. Yeah, so all the test cases are passed and I already attempted it. That's why it's showing me like this. Okay, so in this way we had solved today's problem. In next video, we are going to solve tomorrow's problem. So let's meet in the next video. For now, bye bye.